Hi, it's Dana from Defoe's Black Dog Music, shooting what is likely to become the single most controversial video I ever shoot. If you clicked on the video, I'm sure you've seen the title. This is about a 2015 Les Paul Traditional. If you look online, there's been a lot of controversy about this. This year they did a lot of changes to the Gibson lineup, and some of them have been well received, others definitely not. Suffice to say, this is mine. This just came in this morning. I shot out the money and bought one. Those people who are watching that maybe know me would be very surprised to hear that I own one. In the past, I have been very down on Gibson. I didn't like their wood, I didn't like their finishes, I didn't like their electronics, their hardware, their construction techniques. I didn't like anything about them. But when I heard about the changes that were coming in the 2015 lineup, I was really intrigued. And then I watched the series of videos that Rob Chapman and Captain Anderton did about the Gibson lineup for 2015. I was very interested. I went looking and went up to Cincinnati and tried an out Sam Ash up there, and I fell in love. I knew that I had to have one by the end of this year. I really worried that Gibson might take too many people's criticisms to heart and some of these changes might go away. Now, some of them obviously are going to go away, such as the Les Paul signature on the headstock. That is a copy of the last known signature that he signed before he passed. And he would have been 100 years old this year. So in honor of him, they put that headstock decal on there. Obviously, another one of the very controversial upgrades was the robotic tuners. Still haven't completely come to terms with them. I'll address that a little bit later. The other changes are the adjustable brass nut. Personally, my number one strut that I've had since the early 90s has a Wilkinson roller nut. I'm used to a metal nut, and I happen to like them. So when I saw this on this year's models, that was it. I signed right up. One of the other changes is the increase in the neck width from string to string across the fretboard. Personally, I love a huge neck on my guitars, so once again, I heard about that change and I was excited about it. Then they came out with the new pickups for this particular model, the 59 Tribute. I'm liking the pickups quite a lot. They also did titanium bridge saddles. A lot of people are of the opinion that they sound maybe a little too bright. Once again, I'm a Fender Rickenbacker guy, so bright sounding doesn't bother me at all. One of the things I really appreciate about what they did with the 2015 lineup is they changed the way they select the wood for the guitars. And for example, in 80s, 90s, early 2000s, it would have been common to see a guitar in this level. This is a Les Paul Traditional. It would be common to see a 5, 6, even 7-piece mahogany body behind this. And for the price point and the reputation of Gibson, I always thought that was completely unacceptable. This year, they're all perfectly matched right at the center, and with the grades of wood, there's different levels that increase as you move up the product line, where the standard quilt and supreme will have the highest level of wood, and the junior and the special would have the most variable mahogany in their bodies and necks. Alright, so back to the electronic tuners. I know a lot of people have really gotten on Gibson's case about this. And to be honest, if it was an option, I would not have selected it. Uh, I have a collection of guitars. If I need another tuning, if I'm in the middle of a song and the string breaks, I put this down, I pick up another guitar. It's sitting right there. But there are people who are in different situations who might use something like this. For example, if you're a slide player, you can pick different tunings out on the robotic tuners, hit a button, strum it, and you're automatically in another tuning for slide work. I've worked in the past, I've done things like open mics, and when you're in the crowd and you're up next, you gotta tune your guitar. And it's quite noisy around there, maybe there's another group playing. Well, being able to just hit that button, strum the strings, and it tunes itself, you don't have to hear it. That's a brilliant thing. So I definitely think this has its applications. What I would say is, at this level, the traditional, the standard, even to the classic and the deluxe, people who are buying guitars of this level are like myself. We have other guitars. And we probably have years of experience tuning our guitars in different circumstances. We don't need it. It should be an upgrade on the higher level models, maybe standard on some of the lower ones. But if they made it an option, some of the lower ones could go from 800 to maybe 700, 600, and make a big difference on the lower end of their sales too. But it's an interesting option. I may still at some point replace them with standard tuners. I haven't made my mind up about that yet. I've got some other things I might change on this guitar, but we'll see how things go with that, and I'll report back. So I guess to the tone. So what you heard in the introduction was the middle position. I'm playing through my 91 Fender the Twin. I'm in channel 2. More than 12 o'clock on the gain. And in the middle position, with these vintage pickups, it's still pretty clean. I've got all the knobs on the guitar up full blast. That's the middle position. If you go to the bridge, the neck position, so you can really tell with the large neck on this, being the traditional, this is the biggest neck that Gibson makes. And it feels like a redwood cut in half. I really love that. And the completely unchambered body. This one, I believe, weighed in at 9 pounds, 5 ounces. I've seen them up to 10 pounds, 8 ounces online. I came down a little bit in order to get some better wood on the top and back. So that was the neck position. Bridge position. I'm using the grit on the Pigtronics Philosopher's Twin, a little bit of extra distortion. Move into the neck position. Go into the middle position. So you can tell this guitar really has a lot of great tone, phenomenal sustain. And that's really what it's meant for with this particular model. This huge neck, the unrounded body, all that massive mahogany maple resonating, it's unstoppable. So once again, this is Daniel from Defoe's Black Dog Music, demoing a 2015 Gibson Les Paul Traditional. So leave a comment in the section below. Let us know if there's anything that you want to see on the channel. I'd be interested in hearing what you have to say and see if I can get some other videos up to you that you're interested in. Check us out on Facebook. We're at Defoe's Black Dog Music. And as always, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video.